Hey guys, it is Wednesday, April the 6th, and I have the day off today. I always have Wednesdays and Thursdays off. And so first I wanted to mention that today marks 6 years since I was diagnosed with lupus. I can't believe it's been 6 years of dealing with this, but I'm doing good so far. Other than this cold, which I still have a little bit of this cold. It's not really bad, but it's still there a little bit. So I'm still feeling fatigued. I mean, I've been getting decent sleep every night and getting to bed at a good time, but I just am exhausted all day long. I never wake up feeling refreshed. So that's pretty much the only thing that's bothering me right now. My joints have been good. My jaw has been good and all that. I'm still having a few stomach issues here and there. Not too bad, but it's enough that I will be mentioning it when I go to the lupus clinic this month, just in case I'm having some GI issues again. But I don't know if it's really bad, but we'll see. But I'm doing really well, and I mean, it's just crazy to think how much I've been through in 6 years, ups and downs. And you know, I remember being first diagnosed and thinking, like, my life was over, and here I am 6 years later, and I'm still doing things that I love, and I have all of you guys out there with your wonderful support and love, and I'm just doing my best to enjoy life the best that I can. You know, some days are horrible and some days are good, and the days that are good, I take them and I use them. And you know, I just can't believe how much I've done in the last few years. You know, meeting the Backstreet Boys, meeting Nick Carter, going to the doll show 3 years in a row, and it took me years just to get to the first doll show, and to think I was able to go 3 years in a row has been awesome. I know some of you have asked if I'm going to this year's doll show, and I'm still on the fence about it for financial reasons mainly. But so many of you guys have mentioned that you're going, and I just recently heard Eddie say that he's seriously considering going, and I know Compassion is going, and it's like, oh, I want to see everybody. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and crunch some numbers over the next couple days and weeks and see if somehow, some way I can make it happen. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But I better move on it, because I know last year I waited until, I think it was May or something like that, or maybe, yeah, I think it was in May that I bought my airline ticket, and it had, like, the price was way up there. So I need to get my tickets soon if I'm going. But anyways, you know, just the first doll show was a trip with my mom. My mom and I had never taken a trip before, and taking her with me and being able to give her that gift, and us going to the safari and interacting with all these wonderful baby animals, like, it was an amazing experience. I'm just trying to live life and, I don't know, just have as many life experiences as I can that, you know, I can look back on and remember and say I did it. So, so yeah, today is 6 years, but I'm feeling good, other than a little bit fatigued. But I'm feeling good, and I'm going to be pushing through the fatigue today, because when I was really sick with this cold and I was like out completely, I could not get up out of bed for a good 2 weeks. Our apartment is a disaster area. It is a mess because I just had no energy to put stuff away, to clean. So our island is full of stuff that has to be put away, papers that need to be thrown away or filed or whatever. I have things that I've bought over the last week that have to be put away. And so I'm just going to push through and get this place clean today. That is my goal. And to put it mildly, I will say that I would consider today a day of nesting. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, nesting. So if you watched my London doll show video, you probably saw at the end I had a little cliffhanger that I forgot to tell you about exciting news that I got on Sunday. So here it is. So first and foremost, before I make this announcement of wonderful news, I really, really want to thank each and every one of you who watched my video where I was talking about the situation with Landon and his artist and what's been going on. Your responses were amazing and positive and uplifting. And honestly, guys, if it wasn't for your pieces of advice and words of wisdom, I don't think I would have had the guts to do what I did on Friday night. And in turn, what you guys gave me the courage to do had awesome results. So what I did was Friday night, I messaged his artist and I asked her, you know, I said, it's been 2 weeks since you mentioned to me that you were starting back on rooting his hair. And I'm just wondering if he's almost finished because, you know, he was about halfway done with his rooting. And so it's not like she was starting with a blank head. He already had a half head full of hair. So I figured 2 weeks was more than enough to finish. So I asked her and he was nowhere near finished. She sent me a picture that looked like she had maybe done this much rooting in 2 weeks. And she told me that it was because the hair that I gave her is a different type than she's worked with. I gave her Delta Dawn mohair. It's my first time using it too, but I've heard wonderful things about it, and they had the exact color that I wanted. I could not find this color with any other mohair suppliers. So she said that the mohair was really fine and hard to root, and that the way it was, with the way the batch was prepared, she was having a very difficult time finding the cut end of the hair. And so it was making it difficult to root, and that basically it had been causing her so much frustration that she just kept delaying. In other words, my understanding was she just kept putting it off because she was frustrated. This was never mentioned to me except for when she first started rooting him in January. She mentioned that the hair was fine and that it was a little tricky to root, and so it was taking her longer than usual to root, but she didn't say anything about having trouble finding the cut end of the hair and all this stuff. So she gave me this whole big story and a whole bunch of other stuff that I won't even get into. And so our conversation kind of left off where I was feeling like, oh my gosh, how much longer is this going to take now because of these apparent issues? I thought I would be waiting a lot longer. Well, I woke up Saturday morning and she sent me a message apologizing if she snapped at me the night before, gave me a couple more excuses, and then went on to say that she worked on him all night long until early that morning, and she sent me a picture. showing that he had just about this much hair left to be rooted. And she said that she was going to finish him that day. And so I woke up Sunday morning to get ready for the London Doll Show to find another message from her showing that he was done. He was all put together. He was in an outfit. He was all ready. And I was like, wow. I mean, I was just, it was like such a turnaround. And so I guess really what it boils down to is I really should have said something sooner, and maybe he would have been here already a long time ago if I had have expressed my disappointment and, like you ladies kind of said, put my foot down a little bit. But I'm just the type of person that I have trouble doing stuff like that, especially with someone who I consider a friend. I don't want to be, I'm too nice, and I do get taken advantage of because of that. But you guys, with all of your support and your messages, you gave me the courage to say something and tell her how I felt. And look what it did. In like 24 hours, he was done. It was quite miraculous. So I am so excited. She did a photo shoot with him on Sunday. And so by the end of Sunday, I had all these beautiful pictures of him, which I have shared some of them on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen them already. My Instagram is always in the description below. And he was shipped last night, and I paid extra to get 2-day shipping. So he should be here tomorrow. I'm like, ah, finally. So I was like, oh my God, I've got to get this apartment clean. I've got to get his stuff ready. So basically today is a day of cleaning and nesting for Mr. Landon, who will finally be home tomorrow. And honestly, guys, it'll be hard to put this experience behind me, but I've really made the conscious decision that I do not want it to affect my bond with him. I've talked it over with some really close friends, and they've told me, you know what, like, we all looked at his pictures, and he is gorgeous, guys. He's gorgeous. And I almost cried when I saw his pictures, because it was just, he's so beautiful. And then it was just, I guess, the emotion of the fact that, oh my gosh, he's finally done after all of this. And so I just need to put everything, all the negative out of my head and just enjoy him. So I'm not going to be mentioning any of this stuff that I've told all you guys about, because I've already told you guys. So when I do his box opening video, it's just going to be the box opening, and it's just going to be enjoying it. And I will forewarn you guys, I just have this feeling that I may cry in this box opening. I've never cried in a box opening. I've come close to crying in box openings, but my excitement usually overtakes and I can contain myself. But I think just because of how up and down this whole experience was waiting for him, and the fact that he's finally done, and I know he looks gorgeous in his pictures, and I'm sure he'll be gorgeous in person. So I'm just going to forewarn you guys, I may very well, this may be the first box opening that when I first see him, I may cry. Because like I said, I almost started crying when I saw just his pictures. So I am super excited, and I just wanted to get on and make this video. I'm in dolly labor, guys. So, yeah, I am like watching his tracking like a hawk. He is currently in transit. He's coming from Vancouver. So it's great that it's within Canada, because I was able to get the 2-day shipping. She was going to ship him 4 to 5 day shipping, which is obviously cheaper. But I'm like, I will pay the $70 gladly to have him home ASAP, because I've waited long enough, and I wanted to be home when he arrives. Like, I'm only off on Wednesdays and Thursdays, so I did not want him being dropped off at the door or something while I'm at work or whatever the case may be. Although I think she was going to require a signature, so probably I would have had to go pick him up at the post office. But I just wanted to be here when he gets here so I can open him up right away and enjoy him. So, I wish I still had Fridays off, because then I'd have Thursday and Friday to enjoy him. But at least it's close to the weekend, so I can enjoy him on the weekend. It's all good. So get ready, guys. We are going to be seeing Landon finally really soon. And as for me worrying about the clothes that I bought for him, because they're winter clothes, and I'm like, it's going to be too warm out by the time he gets here. He won't be able to wear them. Well, guess what, ladies? Winter has made an appearance this week. It is snowing. I don't know if you can see out the window there. Yes, we had a snowstorm on Sunday, and the snow was starting to melt by last night, and then I woke up this morning and it was snowing again. And it's been freezing. It's been in the minuses. And I'm like, it's April, come on. I guess it's what we get for having a mild winter. I mean, we didn't really get snow much at all this winter. And if we did, it was like gone the next day. And the temperatures were super mild. So I guess this is nature's last kick as like, hey, you can't get away that easy, Canada. So he'll be able to wear some of the clothes because it's cold, and I think it's supposed to still be a little bit cold into next week, and then it's looking like it's finally going to start to warm up. But he can probably get some use out of the clothes that I bought him in December and January. So I'm excited, guys, and I just wanted to make this video to let you know that he's on his way. And again, thank you so much for all of your advice and your support and your comments, because honestly, I don't think he would be on his way home right now if it wasn't for you guys giving me that push to talk to her, because it just sounded like she was procrastinating on him big time. And so you guys were the ones that gave me that push to talk to her, which obviously got results. He's coming home, guys. So thank you so much. I am going to go now because I have lots of cleaning to do. I've got laundry that was hanging up to dry that is dry now. I have to put it away. I have to clean up my island. I have to put away my hauls. I have to get Landon stuff ready. I have to dust, and oh my gosh. But I have to pace myself because I don't want to be sick. But yeah, nesting has begun, labor has begun, and get ready for Mr. Landon. He's coming. Now, the thing is that I'll do his box opening tomorrow. I don't know, depending on what time he arrives, I may or may not be able to get the box opening uploaded tomorrow. So you guys might have to wait till Friday to actually see the box opening. It just all depends on when he arrives tomorrow. So you'll be either seeing him Thursday or Friday, so stay tuned, guys. All right, I'm going to get going and get cleaning. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. So we have arrived at the doll show, and we were here all of maybe 15 minutes, and they did a door prize drawing. And oh my gosh, wait till I show you what I won. I won this handmade teddy bear, guys. How cool is that? I can't believe it. Like, we literally walked in, put our ballot in, and 5 seconds later I won this teddy bear. So cool. So anyways, Paula's over there checking out these Reborns.